be sure to tell him how very much you despise.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Nearly. I don't suppose a student like yourself would be in
I'm afraid not.
Well, that is unfortunate. Not a charitable bone in their body.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Revelio. There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood. This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
For better or for worse, we're in.
I won't rest.
Imperio!
Dead.
Crucial. Places! Confringo! Defender! This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
You just disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Try to grapple, you are.
Imperial!
And your service.
Protego! Stupid fuck! Glacius! Confringo! Protego! Confringo!
I shall avenge your death.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Revelio.
Compulso! Confringo!
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs,
Confringo!
solar size, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Revelio.
Confringo!
Smashing. Revelio.
Built to conjure stairs.
Confringo. Reparo. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Defendo. Confringo. Imperial. Confringo.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Confringo. Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Lumos.
Lumos! Confringo! Lumos. We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Imperium! We're not finished yet. Glacius! Confringo! Finger! Glacius! Confringo! Finger! Stupefy! Imperial! Crucible! Confringo! Confringo! Defender! Glacius! Glacius! Confringo! Defender! You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Confringo!
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists don't need to look for it. Revelio! Depulso! Confringo!
I wasn't expecting that. Confringo! What do you
Revelio.
have?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure.
Revelio!
I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around. Revelio! Revelio!
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Hello there.
Hello, Almeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted...
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us. What are Amit and I to do again?
Remain unseen to pass through the enchanted doorway to the mine. Once inside, study...
What else should we know about the enchanted?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend... From what I know of wizard magic...
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Confringo! Defender!
I still can't believe we're inside a real
Accio.
goblin mine.
Revelio.
I've read about mines like
Accio.
this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
How long for a bacon and mushroom stew?
Superior!
Cover up.
Crucial. Graces. Confringo.
That's the last loyalist. That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched. By a door.
Clever.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Depulso. Accio. Descendo. Flipendo. Confringo. Glacius. Defender. Confringo. I'll be quiet. Flipendo. Descendo. Revelio. Confringo. Defendo. Glacius. Depulso. Levioso. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Compulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
From one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio. Tricus Totalis. Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, They're building
Revelio.
something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
One less human to worry about. That is.
Imperial.
At your service. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Glacius. Defender. Confringo.
Kill spell plant properly.
What are you doing?
Give them all. You're weak, human.
Imperial. Glacius.
Get away.
Potato. Stupid. Glacius. Confringo. Defender.
This healing is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse. Revelio.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
What are they sneaking about?
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
Afraid to fight.
Imperial.
Well played.
Glacius! Defender!
You won't stop me. You can't.
Glacius! Confringo!
Who do you think you are? One less human to worry about. Don't have time for this.
Won't get away.
It's it.
Accio! Repulsor! Leviosa!
I'm a goblin, not a toy!
Flipendo! Descendo!
This is almost too easy! You never
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet. Revelio! Accio!
Clever.
Accio! Confringo! Accio! Revelio!
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Confringo! Glacius! Defender! I hope Professor Fitz...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for. Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Dick hasn't seen this many plants here before. Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Everything's all right now. I'll look after you. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I'm afraid that costs a bit more than you have. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank... She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we...
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's alright. I don't think either one of us could have
I should have known. I underestimated. And now another...
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered. One of them contained...
Exactly what kind of creature?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has... In fact, the golden snitch...
I take it you want...
Gran wants me to stay out. We had the element of...
We need allies.
Merlin's beard!
Sounds as if we need...
We'll need to be careful. Still, I think... I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Revelio. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Confringo! Merlin himself would be proud. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Revelio. 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 These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
See if there's something you need. It's been a pleasure.
Revelio. Confringo! Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. That's that. Settled.
I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Revelio. so. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about...
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be...
I suppose they are.
That's exactly the right...
What is it? Speaking of secret, and Ranrock's after some... Fig had a port...
Goodness. Of course,
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No! Never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, Follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight, what to me, and why?
I don't know.
I am too. I can head to the library. I'll let you know what I find.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
Well, if we're talking beasts, it's the nibbler that's the real commodity, sure you agree. Nothing to poach in Arranger except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me. Take the Nothing to poach in Arranger except spiders.
Revelio.
Trouble if you ask me. But you trusted the wrong kind, and we see you about to execute.
Revelio. Glacius. Arrest them. Professor Howard will never believe this. This place has seen better days. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
It's about time.
They know the lies and falsehoods no one's mighty.
Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten.
Glacius. Revelio. Arrest the military. There. I'm not going to hurt you. Revelio.
Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Always given the dull tasks.
Arrest the military. Revelio.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be hit.
Knowing a meat he's likely studied here. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
You can feed a beast? Who said crime doesn't pay? Why, I'm practically swimming in galleons. It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Crackcroft. Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over... So it better not be a... How?
Revelio. Revelio. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio. Revelio.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well.
I knew I could rely on. We need to know how. Meet me here after. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe.
Poor Joanna and Nick. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my collie.
And you'd...
Of course I'd... The note stated. But the help...
Thank you. Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with...
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Revelio. Accio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Accio! I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Arresto momentum! Confringo! Glacius! Defendo! Confringo! Revelio!
My plan is to have enough...
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Revelio. Past the high wing! Revelio. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! Compulso! Accio! Hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. It might. Using that girl as bait, everyone's coming for her. You'll just kill her.
Arlo says her friend will be reckoning up. He wants them alive.
Only a whole stupid. Come in here alone.
Revelio.
Just keep an eye out.
Something not right here.
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the hospital. So we're on, me lads.
Revelio.
What time's his glad?